Hello everybody, and welcome back. We're going to continue our look at the 2002 Grade 8 Gauss paper. And for those of you who've been following along, we're up to question number 17. If p is a negative integer, which of the following is always positive? Alright, so we have some options here. P squared, 1 over p, 2 times p, p minus 1, and p cubed. Okay. Now, for some of you who are a little experienced with this stuff, p squared will jump right out at you. Squares are always positive unless it's 0 squared. And if you notice that, you could bubble in a and move right along. But suppose that didn't jump out at us because we're inexperienced, or maybe we're just having an off day, we didn't see that right away. That's okay. How about we just take a random negative number, just any negative integer, and we'll see which of these turn out to be positive. What we can do is we can, for example, take negative 2. And when you take negative 2, we can compute p squared, and 1 over p, and 2p, and p minus 1, and p cubed. And if any of those at all turn out to be not positive, then that will rule it out. So, for example, c. c is 2p. So 2 times negative 2, that's negative 4. That's not always positive. Negative 4 isn't positive. So that means c can't be our answer. And if we do enough of these, maybe taking some different values of p, we should be able to figure out which one has to be our answer by ruling out the others. So let's take negative 2 and see where that leads us. So remember, p can be any negative number. So just because if we do negative 2 and a couple of them turn out to be positive, it doesn't mean that there are a couple answers. It just means we have to try other negative numbers. So a, that's p squared, negative 2 squared, that's going to be 4. Now because that's positive, that doesn't mean a is the right answer, but a could be the right answer. Okay, if we do all of them and it turns out a was the only one that was positive, then yeah, a has to be the right answer by default. So b, that's 1 over p. 1 over negative 2, well that's negative 1/2, or negative 0.5. That's negative, that's not positive, so b can't be the right answer. Remember, the question said no matter what negative number I put in here, it's got to be positive. Well, 1 over p does not fit that description. C, 2p, well we already talked about that. 2 times negative 2, that's negative 4. C is also out, so now we're looking at A, D, or E as our answers. Now what was D? P minus 1, and then of course P cubed. So P minus 1, negative 2 minus 1, well that's negative 3. Because we got a negative answer for just a single negative number, that completely rules out D as a possible answer. And now p cubed, negative 2 cubed, we work that out as negative 8. So we were able to rule out B, C, D, and E. That means that by process of elimination, A has to be the right answer. Okay. All we did was eliminate B, C, D, and E. We didn't prove A has to be the answer. It was the only one that was left, so it's got to be the answer. All right. I keep going over this because it's a very critical thing that just because negative 2 did something doesn't mean that means it works for all negative numbers. So it's because we got rid of B, C, D, and E that A had to be the answer, not because of anything special with negative 2 and 4. Okay. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at question number 18, and hopefully you guys will join me then.